Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into a world many of us encounter every week, maybe without even really thinking about it. The complex, bustling environment of modern commercial AV systems.
Right.
Think about your favorite sports bar, maybe a high-energy casino, or even, a sleek corporate office. You've got dozens of screens, right? Each potentially needing to show unique content, drawing from all sorts of sources. Cable, satellite, streaming boxes, even laptops for presentations.
Yeah, whole mix.
The challenge, as anyone who's worked in or managed one of these places knows, isn't just getting the content there, it's managing it all. Smoothly, easily.
It really is. It can be a massive operational headache.
Absolutely. Can turn into a real competitive disadvantage if you can't keep up. Okay, let's unpack this.
What's fascinating here is how often we, as customers maybe, experience the seamless output of these systems. The game changes instantly onto the screen you want, but we don't realize the intricate orchestration happening behind the scenes. So our mission today is to go beyond just acknowledging that complexity. We want to explore some innovative solutions that don't just put a Band-Aid on it, but fundamentally simplify the entire management process.
Right.
We're focusing specifically on how a single kind of intelligent approach can bring order to all those displays and different content sources.
And we've got some fantastic source material to guide us on this deep dive today. We'll kick things off with the practical details of a pretty clever DirecTV Tablet app. It's purpose-built for WolfPack HDMI Matrix Switchers, offers some immediate relief for just managing channels.
A good starting point.
Then we'll broaden our view quite a bit, exploring a much more comprehensive system, the sports bar control system, from a company called HDTV Supply. Our goal, as always, is to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge, the strategic insights, so you, our listener, can walk away not just informed, but maybe even thinking differently about AV control wherever you see multiple screens.
Sounds good.
So let's zero in on a really common scenario. Picture this. It's Saturday afternoon. The place is packed. The main game just went into overtime on the big screen.
Yep, peak time.
But then you've got a group over at a high top, maybe dedicated fans of another team, and they desperately want to catch the end of their game, an equally nail-biting match on the TV right above their heads.
Right, happens all the time.
Now, if your staff is still juggling a pile of individual remotes, one for each box, and you have to point it just right.
Ugh, the pointing game.
You're not just looking for a remote, you're searching for a needle in a haystack of, black plastic. It's a real moment of truth for customer service, and honestly, it often just ends in frustration.
It absolutely paints a vivid picture,
Yeah.
And this is precisely the kind of, let's call it a pain point, that the free DirecTV Tablet app for WolfPack HDMI Matrix Switchers is really aiming to solve as a kind of foundational step. But before we dive right into the app itself, maybe we should quickly clarify what a WolfPack HDMI Matrix Switcher actually is, for anyone who might not be deep into AV stuff.
Good idea. Yeah, what is that?
Okay, so think of it as the central brain, or maybe like a sophisticated traffic controller, for your entire video setup.
Ah, okay.
Instead of having, individual cables running from every single source, like each DirecTV box or Blu-ray player or whatever, directly to each TV, which would be a mess.
A nightmare.
The Matrix Switcher sits in the middle. It lets you take any input source and send it to any output display, or even multiple displays at the same time, instantly.
Ah, I see.
It's pretty crucial for routing content efficiently, especially in a larger venue.
Got it. So it's the intelligent hub that makes all this flexible routing even possible. And this DirecTV app, then, it sort of layers smart control right on top of that hub.
Exactly. You got it. This isn't just like a fancy remote replacement on a tablet.
Right.
It's a more sophisticated piece of software that integrates directly with that existing Matrix switcher infrastructure. Its main job, its core function, is allowing you to control your DirecTV networked receivers using this dedicated app. But, and this is key, only when it's paired up with a WolfPack HDMI Matrix switch.
Right, the compatibility is essential.
Yeah, very important. And the compatibility is pretty broad. The app works with literally hundreds of different WolfPack Matrix switchers. Actually, the source material says it works with all WolfPack HDMI Matrix switchers.
All of them. Wow.
Yeah, which really highlights how versatile it is. Wide applicability.
And it's not just basic channel up, channel down, right? You mentioned, or the source material mentioned, it interfaces directly with the DirecTV guide and menus. That sounds like a much richer experience.
It is much richer.
So what are the practical benefits for someone actually on the floor trying to manage all those screens in the middle of a rush?
Well, it's definitely far more than just a basic channel flipper, because it leverages the full DirecTV programming guide. You get all that rich information you normally see, what's on, what's coming up. Now it's all consolidated right there on one tablet screen. Think about the operational shift that brings. First, you get single tablet control. One device lets you manage multiple TVs and receivers across the whole place. Bar, casino, bowling alley, restaurant, whatever it is, all from that one screen.
Right. No more searching for 10 different remotes.
Exactly. The remote hunt is gone.
Yeah.
That alone sounds revolutionary for staff, doesn't it?
Totally. What other features really stand out, for making daily operations smoother?
Well, another really powerful one is a feature called See What's Playing. When you launch the app, it gives you this instant, visual overview of everything that's currently playing on every single DirecTV receiver in the venue.
Oh, that's handy.
Imagine the efficiency gain for a manager who just needs to quickly check what's on where. Then there's custom naming. You can quickly identify individual receivers with custom names, bar TV left, booth 3 TV, whatever. Seems small, but it's huge when you've got dozens of screens.
Yeah, clarity is key there.
Definitely. Beyond just controlling one TD, there's group control. This lets you group receivers together and change multiple TVs all at once.
Ah, perfect for big game days.
Exactly. Switch all screens to the main event, or maybe shift a whole section to a different channel instantly. And yes, you can channel surf using the familiar DirecTV programming guide itself or right on the tablet.
Okay.
But the most significant benefit overall for the staff, as you kind of highlighted, is that it completely removes the need to use physical remote controls for the receivers.
Which means less clutter, faster changes.
Dramatically boosts efficiency, reduces clutter behind the bar, simplifies training for new staff. It's really a genuine game changer for just the day-to-day running of the place.
That seems incredibly streamlined. But thinking about it from the owner or manager's perspective, are there maybe any unexpected benefits? Things they might discover beyond just, easier channel changing?
That's a good question.
Like any hidden efficiencies, or maybe is there a learning curve for staff moving from physical remotes to a tablet?
Yeah, okay. Beyond the immediate relief from, remote chaos, one often overlooked benefit is probably the reduction in troubleshooting time.
Ah, right.
Staff aren't wasting precious minutes trying to figure out which remote controls which TV or the battery's dead in this one. The app provides a consistent digital interface. It just works. As for a learning curve, it's actually remarkably shallow. Most staff these days are already super familiar with tablet interfaces, right? So the transition is usually really quick, often just a matter of minutes to understand the layout, the custom names they've set up. Its intuitiveness really minimizes training overhead. And that's a significant cost saving, especially in high turnover industries like hospitality.
That accessibility really is key then. So how available is this? For venues that already have DirecTV, what's the typical process for getting it set up?
It seems designed to be pretty accessible for existing DirecTV customers. The source says you simply contact your existing DirecTV installer.
Okay, the people you already work with.
Exactly. Tell them you want to use their app to change the DirecTV channels. You actually get it directly from them, not from, say, HDTV Supply, who makes the Matrix.
Right.
If your DirecTV receivers are already networked, meaning connected to the network and running through a compatible WolfPack HDMI Matrix Switcher, the cost to get this app functionality is described as exceptionally low.
Good to know.
If they aren't networked yet, the source material indicates it's a straightforward process that can be done very quickly by your installer to get them hooked up properly.
Right.
So, yeah, it doesn't sound like a huge hurdle for most places already using DirecTV.
Okay, that's a great start. Really simplifies that DirecTV control piece and gives us a clear picture of how that matrix switcher acts as the hub. But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. For venues with maybe more diverse, more demanding AV needs, what if your venue's requirements go way beyond just DirecTV channels? What if you need to control a whole ecosystem of sources, not just satellite, but maybe cable boxes, dish network, local PCs, even setting up video walls across even more TVs. And you want to integrate this control much more deeply into how the venue runs day to day.
Yeah, you're scaling up the complexity significantly there. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, This is exactly where the WolfPack sports bar control system for our HDMI Matrix Switchers comes into play.
Ah, the bigger system.
It's a powerful, much more feature-rich upgrade. It takes that initial concept of centralized control we saw with the app and just amplifies it exponentially. This system is really for those venues that need a truly comprehensive, integrated AV management solution.
Okay.
Something that isn't just a convenience, but more like a strategic operational asset.
This source material kept mentioning this idea of having all on one iPad, which really suggests a simple user experience, even for something that sounds so powerful. Can you unpack what that really means in terms of what the system can actually do? And why is that unified control such a big deal when you're operating at scale?
Absolutely. That all-on-one iPad concept is really central to its whole design philosophy. This system, unlike the app we just discussed, doesn't just handle DirecTV, it provides universal control.
Universal, meaning?
Meaning DirecTV channels, DISH channels, cable box channels, whatever you've got, all controllable from that single iPad interface.
Okay, much broader source compatibility.
Exactly, and it scales massively. The claim is you can manage any channel across up to 160 TVs simultaneously.
160 TVs from one iPad.
Yep, 160. I mean, just try to imagine managing that many displays with traditional methods. Stacks of remotes, complex switching, it'd be an absolute logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
This unified iPad interface simplifies all that by providing a really intuitive, often graphical representation of your venue.
Wow. Okay, 160 TVs. That's incredible scale. What kind of challenges does managing that many displays usually present, and how does this system specifically overcome those?
Well, at that kind of scale, the biggest challenges are often, honestly, user error and just the sheer amount of time it takes to do routine tasks, like turning everything on or off.
Right, opening and closing time.
Exactly. So the WolfPack system addresses this head-on with centralized power control. You can literally turn on or off all the connected TVs with one single button press on the iPad.
Oh, wow.
That's a massive time saver at opening and closing. It's a huge benefit for energy management, too.
I bet.
The iPad interface itself is designed to be incredibly intuitive. It can even show a floor plan of your venue with the icons for each TV.
Visually mapping it out.
Yeah. And impressively, it apparently accomplishes all this using only one iPad page. So you're not having to navigate through complex menus or toggle between multiple screens, which is crucial for making quick, error-free changes in a really fast-paced environment, like a busy bar.
Okay, so it's clearly handling broadcast TV, DirecTV, dish, cable. But it's not just for that, is it? What other kinds of content sources can it bring into the mix, and why is that important for a modern venue today?
Oh yeah, it's far more versatile than just TV channels. This system integrates a really wide range of other sources, things like PCs, DVDs, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire Sticks. Even specialized sources like karaoke systems and video DJs.
So pretty much anything you might want to show.
Pretty much anything with an HDMI output, yeah. And for a modern venue, that versatility is absolutely critical. It means you're not locked into just satellite or cable.
Right.
You can easily display presentations, maybe run promotional videos, show special event feeds, maybe even customer-generated content, all through that same seamless control system.
Right, keeps things dynamic.
And you also get real-time status monitoring. The iPad actually shows you exactly what source is currently tuned to each specific display, so there's no guesswork involved.
That level of flexibility really lets a venue get creative with its content. What about the underlying tech? How does it actually ensure reliable, high-quality video distribution, especially across potentially large spaces?
Good question. For the actual video distribution, and the plumbing of the system, it utilizes advanced connectivity, primarily SANTE-6 cabling.
Standard network cable.
Yeah, the kind of readily available, cost-effective network cabling. It uses that to deliver 4K video up to about 175 feet and 1080p video up to 330 feet.
Okay, decent distances.
Yeah, pretty robust. That cabling ensures reliability and high quality over the significant distances you often find within a large commercial venue. It's basically leveraging that common infrastructure for top-tier video performance. The system's also designed with future-proofing in mind. It supports 4K resolution now, so venues investing in it don't have to worry about upgrading their core infrastructure again anytime soon. Protects the investment.
That's important.
And for places that maybe need or want alternative control methods besides the main iPad, there are options, like a physical 10-button keypad that can be placed up to 150 feet away, or dedicated dual-color screens, and even color touchscreens. So there's flexibility depending on staff roles or maybe specific zone needs. Right, different interfaces for different spots. Exactly. And for display versatility, it supports any size or quantity of video walls, which is huge for sports bars.
Oh, yeah.
And it even includes an HDMI quad view card option that lets you create custom multi-window layouts on a single screen, maybe share 4 games at once.
Okay, lots of power there.
And you highlighted something earlier from the source material that really jumped out at me. No monthly fees.
Ah, yes, that's a big one.
In a world where seemingly everything is moving to a subscription model, that's not just a cost saving, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it fundamentally shifts the total cost of ownership over the long run.
It absolutely does.
It means more predictable budgeting for the business, maybe significant capital freed up over years. That seems like a powerful strategic advantage for any venue, big or small.
Exactly. The absence of those recurring fees makes this a very attractive proposition, especially when you consider how comprehensive the system's capabilities are. It lets businesses really project their expenses accurately and avoids that constant drain of monthly subscriptions just for core infrastructure. And it's worth noting the sort of pedigree behind this technology, too. This advanced system comes from HDTV Supply, Inc. They bill themselves as a 24-year global home for audio and video products.
Okay, established company.
And they're also an hdbase.org approved adopter.
Right. And for those of us who might not be deep into cabling standards, what does being an hdbase.org adopter actually signify in terms of like quality or reliability? Why should a venue owner care about that?
Yeah, it's basically a gold standard for this type of tech. Being an HDBaseD.org approved adopter means the company is adhering to a specific global standard. And that standard allows for the transmission of uncompressed HD or even 4K video, audio, Ethernet signals, control signals, and sometimes even power all over a single standard CCAT cable, like the CK6 we mentioned.
All on one cable.
All on one cable, yeah. So for a venue owner, this is critical because it assures them of compatibility, really robust performance, and reliability over those long distances, which is paramount in commercial settings.
Fewer cables, simpler setup.
Exactly. It generally means less cabling needed, simpler installation, and fewer potential points of failure in the system. Ultimately, it leads to a more stable and likely more cost-effective system to maintain in the long run. It really speaks volumes about their commitment to industry standards and their expertise in AV tech.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, from the focused app to the all-encompassing system. What does this all really mean for you, the listener? Whether you're actually running a bustling venue, or maybe designing a sophisticated office space, or maybe you're just curious about the cutting edge of AV tech. How do all these detailed features and strategic points translate into practical impact?
Well, the profound benefits are truly multifaceted, I think. They reach quite far. First, there's just a massive gain in operational efficiency.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
Right.
By eliminating that hunt for remotes, streamlining channel changes, managing all this diverse content from one intuitive interface,
Right.
staff productivity just goes way up.
Frees them up for other things.
Totally. It frees up employees to focus on, customer service, maybe sales or other core tasks, rather than constantly wrestling with the technology. You could even argue it might lead to better staff retention in those fast-paced environments, where frustration with clunky tools can really contribute to burnout.
That makes perfect sense. And efficient operations, that leads directly to better service, right?
Precisely. Which brings us to the second major benefit, an enhanced customer experience.
How so?
Well, quick, seamless changes mean less waiting around or frustration for customers in a bar or restaurant. Imagine a customer asks for a specific game, and boom, it's on their screen in seconds, not minutes, after someone fumbles with 3 remotes.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Kind of. A smoothly managed AV system contributes to a smoother, more enjoyable, and ultimately a more professional feeling environment. It reflects positively on the venue's brand and definitely encourages repeat business. And third, it offers vastly simplified management from the top down. It significantly cooks down training time for new employees. It gives managers a clear, at-a-glance overview of everything that's playing everywhere, and it minimizes those technical headaches for management.
Fewer calls to the AV guy.
Hopefully. It not only saves money, but also reduces stress and lets managers focus more on strategic growth rather than just day-to-day tech firefighting. This raises an important question. How much value do we, or should businesses, place on that kind of invisible efficiency? and the peace of mind it brings.
That's a really great point. And even if you, the listener, aren't running a sports bar, this whole deep dive really illustrates the incredible power of these integrated control systems in any multi-display setting.
Absolutely.
Think about corporate conference rooms, multiple screens, different laptops plugging in, or complex digital signage arrays you see in retail or airports. These technologies really exemplify that broader shift towards more intuitive, more centralized control in our increasingly complex technological landscapes. It's really about taking the frustration out of the technology and putting the focus back where it should be, on the content, on the experience, and ultimately on the bottom line.
Well said.
What a journey we've been on today. We started with that immediate relief offered by the streamlined DirecTV Tablet app, making channel changes easier and really understanding the crucial role of that Matrix Switcher hub.
The foundation.
Then we expanded our view significantly to the truly comprehensive, multi-source AV management power offered by the WolfPack Sports Bar Control System. We explored how it delivers, operational excellence, a better customer experience, and simpler management, all crucially without those recurring monthly fees.
And by understanding these kinds of integrated solutions, hopefully you've gained a significant shortcut to being, well, pretty well informed about modern AV management strategies.
Yeah.
It's really about recognizing how purposeful design, smart design, can tackle these real-world operational challenges and actually transform that complexity into a genuine strategic advantage.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. It's been a really fascinating look into how technology can bring order to potential chaos and really elevate everyday experiences in these venues.
Indeed. It has been interesting. And maybe as you go about your day now, just consider for a moment how many unseen specialized control systems are operating seamlessly all around you every single day. They're constantly orchestrating these complex technological environments that we often just take for granted. Could be the traffic lights guiding your commute, the climate control system in your office building, even the smart home devices you use without a second thought. How much hidden complexity, how much really intricate design truly lies behind your next seemingly effortless interaction with technology? Something to ponder, perhaps, and maybe something to appreciate just a little bit more.